All right, guys, welcome to Embarrassing, the most embarrassing podcast on the planet. I'm your host, Khalil, and today I'm here with the living legend himself, Legends Niles. Did I say that right?
It's funny. That's why I laugh, because people always butcher that. It's like, it's close. It's as close as it could be.
Okay.
It's Nilesy Niles.
Nilesy Niles.
Yeah. People say Nilesy. They say Nestle. They say Nestle.
Yeah.
They say Nelsley. Like, they be saying like all types of different things.
Okay, so we met at the creator event that my friend Justin hosted. And the moment I saw you, I knew who you were. And I wanted to tell you this story because I was sitting talking to someone. And I seen you, but I seen you were with the big camera. I don't know exactly what you brought that for. But I seen this guy with a camera, but I didn't know it was you at first. So I'm sitting down at this table talking to whoever I'm talking to. And I look to my left and I see you. And I just start smiling. I'm like, bro, I know who that is. I know who that is, bro. That's the guy, the disappearing meme guy. That's him. And I start smiling, and the people are asking me, why are you smiling so hard? I'm like, don't worry about it. It's nothing. And then we finish this conversation. I just sprint to you. I'm like, bro, Retro Spectro, that's you, bro. The meme guy, that's you. He's like, yeah, bro. I'm like, bro, I need a picture right now. And now there's a picture of you on my wall. that was the story.
Yeah, no, that's fire. I've been into just taking my camera around and just capturing life.
Okay.
So it's like I used to not do that, but like now you see me, my camera's always, it's in the car right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So were you filming anything
today?
Or I mean, what would you film there?
What did I film at that event?
Yeah, did you film
I was just filming.
Just fucking around?
Yeah, actually, I do got a couple of shots. I'll show you off camera. Okay. But I got a couple of shots that was like real cool. I just been shooting like just in the moment life stuff, because I felt like I don't get any of that stuff. Like my day to day, I don't be recording, because I record so much on like throughout the week, but it's all like work. So it's like I'm in acting mode, I'm on the camera, but I'm never recording like just day to day what I'm doing day to day. So I was like, I want to just start taking my camera around more, and that's what I did.
That's dope. That's dope. One thing I want you to tell people is how people know you, because they're probably wondering, how the hell did I get you here?
So, well, I mean, how they know me?
Yeah, people know you from many names.
People know me from, it depends on when you started following me. So there's people that know me from drumming videos like way back then, and that's still actual drumming videos to this day. And then I started doing YouTube skits, and then I just started shooting videos. And I started shooting videos with Lean Cuisine and You Funny Bee, and we formed a group. We had a group, Lean Squad. And so we started shooting a bunch of videos, and then those videos all just went super viral. So like everything that I was doing, Lean was doing, B was doing, all of those things was just going crazy. So a lot of people know me from whether it's their videos, my videos. A lot of those like disappearing videos was just like the peace sign and you disappear. A lot of people know me from that stuff. Another big thing people know me from is I did Atlanta. So like I was on the TV show Atlanta as the transracial character, and which is like one of the Emmy award winning episode. That was a big thing that I did. I've done a lot. It just depends on what time of my journey that you picked up on.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's why I met you at that event, and you got me here because I mean, hey, I mess with a lot of like creators. Okay. Like anybody that I see, I don't care about, like I'll tell people all day, I don't care about numbers. You don't gotta be the biggest person. Like if you grinding and I see you grinding, and I told you the same thing. I was like, when you told me about it, I was like, all right, let me check out some clips and stuff like that. But when I see somebody grinding and putting in work, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm all for support. I don't care how small you are. Okay. If you grinding and putting in work, I'll be there.
I appreciate it, bro. We're grinding right now. Yeah. We're trying to grow, and the goal at the end of the year is try to hit 100K.
Hey, man.
For this podcast. Not even my main channel, just for the podcast.
That's fire. I think you could do it.
I believe I could do it too.
I think you can.
And with support from you, like we're probably gonna hit 100K off this video.
Hey, man. Let's hope so.
I hope so. But what was the biggest accomplishment? Was it Atlanta?
My biggest accomplishment, honestly, my biggest flex is that I still got the same friends.
That is a flex.
I got the same exact friends that I started out with.
Yeah.
That I came into this with. The same people is around me. Nothing changed. So I've met a few new people, but I got the same people around. And I think that's my biggest flex as far as like show wise, or like Accolade wise, honestly, I feel like my biggest flex is my YouTube channel. It's funny because I always see people and they're like, yo, what you got going on next? What you doing next? And I always look at the extra stuff as extra stuff. Like I look at that stuff as like, it's things I did on the side of my YouTube channel. So it's like when I went to do Atlanta, I actually went back and I wrote for the second season, right? A lot of people don't know that, but I don't know. I look at all of that types of stuff. I did like different shows with Complex. I did like a pretty long show. I think I did a few episodes with Complex. We did a show, and there's just a few different things. But I look at all of that stuff as like extra stuff. And the reason I say that with my YouTube channel is like my biggest achievement because it's just something that nobody can ever take away from me. Yeah. And I feel like when you go to Hollywood, you go to California, you're doing a lot of auditions and stuff like that. You kind of got to, you're waiting to get called back. You're waiting for this, you're waiting for that. My YouTube channel is like fully under my control. It's allowed me to be independent for over 7 years. You know what I mean? So I've been doing that full time, just creating. And that's like been the biggest like thing, the biggest blessing to me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people in this current day and age, Gen Z, everyone's trying to figure out how can I start off being a creator? Mm-hmm. So do you have anything that you can tell people who are kind of coming up or trying to expand and scale? Yo, it's possible to be a creator. Is there like any sort of steps or any advice you can give to them?
Step one is you got to sacrifice somebody. That's the only way.
Somebody like my mom?
Somebody important to you.
I was like, wait, what?
Nah, the biggest thing I would say is just create. I feel like people get in their head so much about like it got to be perfect. I used to be that way. Like oh, if the video don't look like this, then I don't know.
Not gonna upload it.
Yeah, and it's just like they just want everything to be perfection. And I used to be that way. I used to be a perfectionist. But one thing I realized is if you give anything to somebody that created it, whether it be a videographer, photographer, producer, painter, like anything, if you give it to them and say touch it up, there'll be something that they could tweak. Mm-hmm. There's always something to tweak, but there has to be a point in your mind where you say it got to be free, and you guys just got to say, let me export it, and it is what it is. I'll get better on the next one. Like, people think that they just gonna come out and just be Beyonce, or you know what I mean? Like they
Swift.
Just, yeah, they like
Drake.
I've talked to a lot of people and maybe I've given them advice or something, and then they'll say, well, they want it to be like mine. And I'm like, you got to understand, I've been doing this full time for over 7 years. Like, there's nothing else on my mind besides creating and shooting and filming and getting better. And I'm like, it's not going to be that for somebody who's just starting this month. Like, you got to think about like just get something out. And I used to have to do that. Like in the beginning, I just got something out. I didn't have cameras or a camera team. I didn't know about lighting, framing, all of these different things. I just shot on my iPhone and I just got it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes like they get so caught up in their mind, they don't want to, just they look for all of those things, but you don't want to miss the moment because tomorrow you may not feel like doing it. Today you feel like it, so just do it today.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it, Nike.
Just do it.
Be your own goat. That's what I tell people. Be your own goat. Be someone that you'd be inspired by.
Yeah.
Start now.
Yeah. I feel like that's all you got to do. If you just do it, and then you'll look back and be like, dang, I did all that this month.
Damn. All of this month? That's crazy.
Yeah. You just got to do it. I feel like that's the biggest thing. And it sounds so cliche when I tell people that consistency, but that's not only the biggest thing, it's the hardest thing. It's hard to be consistent, especially like this route and this road. I don't recommend it for people that is like soft. Like I've talked to a lot of people and they be like, oh, I'm thinking about giving up for that. I'll tell them straight up, I say, give up. Just stop because it's going to get harder.
Yeah.
And if you want to give up now, you're not going to make it through. Mm-hmm. And you have to keep going. There's going to be times where nobody around you believe in you. Nobody around you see the vision. You like, nobody's lifting me up. Nobody's like pushing me to keep going. It's your vision. It's your dream. It's what you want to do. So if you're going to give up now, you're not going to make it when it get tougher. So it's just like you got to keep going. You got to have tough skin. And that's why I say consistency is the hardest thing. You do something for 2 weeks and you're like, I'm tired of it. So I told you that don't downplay the time. Like that's like you put in work.
Yeah. I'm very like I know like when I look in the mirror, I see like, yeah, like I'm going to make it. And it's not like a cocky thing. Like I don't have like the funds that I want to have. But when I look in the mirror, I see a goat. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's how you should feel. Like you gotta like big yourself up. Like dang, like and you look at everything that happened over the past 8 months. You be like, I pushed through and I was still dropping. You be like, dang, I still drop. Even when I felt this way that day, even though when I had that bad week, I still dropped.
Yeah, I still drop, bro. I'm still dropping. Yeah. One thing I definitely want to work on is being more consistent. I want to do weekly. Like that is my goal, to do weekly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to push weekly right now.
It get hard, but that's the big push.
Yeah, that's when when I feel so alienated because I don't really talk to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
All I do is make videos.
Yeah,
and I think that's when you start to realize and like everything starts growing, is when you feel like a outsider and a weirdo.
Yeah, you feel that way sometimes. Well, especially like as somebody who's been doing this so long. You don't have like a normal job to go to where it's like you seeing coworkers, so it's like you can feel alienated. Sometimes I go like, it's funny. I might go to like UCF or something like that and go edit.
Wait, what? You just go to UCF?
There's people that see me.
Inspo?
Yeah, no, there's people that see me, DM me. They be like, yo, what? And I'll be like, I just want to see other people grinding. You know what I mean? Sometimes
so you just go to UCF?
I might just go there and just pop up one day and just be like, I'm going to edit here today.
Wow, that's crazy. On your laptop?
On my laptop, yeah.
You just hop in the library?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just pop in and then I just be like, yeah, let me see what everybody else got going on. I see them grinding and stuff like that. I'd be like, that's dope.
Damn.
And then just get to editing.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've never been like, yo, I want to see the vibes. Let me pop into UCF.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
But it'd be like that when you be like alienated and you be like into your own world and you're so locked in. It'd be like that. That's why even with that event that Justin threw, like I'm just getting to the place of like getting out in Orlando.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people don't even know I live here, just because I be so locked into work. Yeah. I just film all the time.
Film, edit.
Yeah, all the time. So film, it's like now I'm trying to like get to a place where it's like, all right, let me see what's going on out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was good that you enjoyed the event.
I did.
I also enjoyed the event too. It was very, very fun.
And it's also cool to come do stuff like this. Like I haven't done a podcast interview in like
years.
A long
time. No jumper.
That was probably the last one I did.
Damn.
Yeah, that's probably the last one I did.
Now you on Embarrassing, the Come Up podcast of the year.
Yeah.
That's the goal, man. One thing that I bet a lot of people want to know is I don't know if you can share this or not. What was the most amount of money you've made in a month of creating?
It's a lot. Like there is no limit when it comes to like what you could be paid. It could be $1,000. You could get paid $20K in a month. You could get paid 30, 50. It just depends on, because you got like different sources of income, whether that be like YouTube revenue, money that comes in from like independent people that's like, yo, I got this going on, I want to pay you to do this. You can have a brand deal that comes in that same month. It could all come in 1 month. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you can have like 1 or 2 different streams, but all 4 of them could come at the same time. So it's like, it just depends on like what's happening that month. But
can I guess an over under for like a random month?
Give me an over.
I'm gonna guess over under. So okay. I'm gonna say over 100K.
Under 100K.
Under 100K.
Under 100K.
Okay. That's all I need to say.
It's funny because I'm really selective with deals I take. I don't be feeling like all money is good money. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'll get deals sometimes and I'm like, I don't want to promote that.
What even is a brand deal or a deal that you might take? Like, what is the most you've declined?
The most I've declined was I've declined over 40.
Damn.
Mainly because of what they're asking and the control. If I don't get creative control over what I'm doing, I'm not going to enjoy it. And then they're asking me to like, you might get like a long list of to-dos. Like you have to hit all of these points and it has to look like this. And then when I get deals like that, I don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just very tedious and it's very nitpicky. And I don't feel like I have the creative control to really do what I want to do. This is also the same with when I've done, I don't know how much money I probably declined a lot more when it comes to like TV shows. Because I've turned down entire like show deals, because like what happens is when you do TV, you get like a lot of red line or a lot of red tape, which is like oh, a network won't allow this because this might be too raunchy. Oh, this type of video is this doesn't really go well with what we're trying to push or this and that. And I'm like, well, you know who you're hiring. Like, you have to know who you're hiring. I don't make like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon clips. So it's just like, I'm not like the most
family friendly.
Yeah, but I'm also not like the far extreme. I'm not like
on the Nelk boys.
Yeah, it's like I'm not on the far extreme of things, but it's just like it's not gonna be like some cookie cutter. You know, I don't have those types of ideas, and if I have to create those types of ideas, it's not gonna be fun for me. So I've turned down like a lot of those too, which is like, hey, let's have this show, let's do this, and I'm like, I don't want to do it if it's like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, but it's just, I think it's on the creator to kind of figure out where you stand at, what you are willing to give up, and what you're not willing to give up. So
one thing I wanted to ask you is, what is the secret to your creativity and how you're able to be in the creator world economy for so long? Because the average creator lifespan is 4 to 5 years, I'm pretty sure.
Like California, I've never wanted to live there just because of the atmosphere and stuff like that. I feel like I would get burnt out really quickly. I feel like I would lose motivation. I feel like the vibe and the ambiance there, I just wouldn't feel like, I don't feel like I would thrive there. So I think like being around the people that I've always been around, they keep me grounded. They keep me just like locked into that mode of like, just, I don't know. It's just fun. Honestly, it's just really fun. And what keeps me motivated is just that I like, people lie about this, right? I'm gonna tell you.
What are they lying about?
They lie about this, and they try to. Cause you know what? I'm gonna cut myself off right here because I'm not gonna even give a fake answer.
Okay.
What keeps me motivated, and I'm gonna let y'all know this too, is money. They lie about. They try to always paint this like beautiful, like, oh, you know, my mom was going through like. I like to make money. Like I like to there's a part of it that I do enjoy, the fact of like how it impacts people and that people could laugh and people go through depression, and like they come up to me all the time and like, oh, you know, when I was going through suicidal thoughts, or I was going through depression, or I was going through this and that, and all of that stuff is like beautiful. And I'm so happy that it could be impactful in that way. And but I also have bills. I also have like I also have things that I like. Like I like my car. You know what I mean? I like the lifestyle I have. I like the area I live in. I you know, when I walk outside, I don't feel, you know, like I got to look around my shoulder. Like there's certain benefits to that. Like I like those things. You know what I mean? So it's like you level up, and it's like you don't want to level back down.
Yeah.
So it's like as you like are like increasing certain things, that's like a big motivation to me, is like I don't want to go back to where I was. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back to like where I started from. So it's like I be grinding. And another thing is like I never went to college.
Okay.
So it's just like I've always been in a place of like the people that I graduated with, I want to be doing better than all of them.
Okay. So, it's a flex.
Yeah, but it's just like I like the people that I'm close with that I graduated. Hey, I hope they all doing good, and I do.
You just want to do better than them.
And I talk to like a lot of them, and I see like they are doing well and stuff like that. But it's just like I want to be like
the best.
Yeah, I want to be like the best, and it's just like nobody around me can be like, yo, you should have went to college. Yo, you should have did this. You should have did that. You should have did that. Yeah. So it's just like, I be grinding because I just be like, man, I don't want nobody to ever be able to say that to me. I don't want ever want to look at myself and be like, I should have did this.
Yeah.
So it's like I be grinding like it could be taken away from me.
Yeah, you don't want to have regrets.
Never. I think one of the biggest advantages of college is the connections you gain.
For sure.
I think that's like something that you end up missing, but because of my field and how far I was able to get in it, I've gained I surpassed those connections.
Yeah.
So no, there's no regrets for me as far as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to do a segment. This is my first ever time doing this segment on the show. It's called Is That Embarrassing, where we get stories from people. They send them in and they give us a story, and I'll ask you if that's embarrassing or not. So the first story we have is, so I had a crush on my friend. I asked her out and she said yes. A month later, she said, I can't believe people actually think we're dating. So the entire time she thought it was a joke. Is that embarrassing?
That is embarrassing based on how he played it off. Because if he played it off and he was just like, yeah, oh nah, you thought I was serious? No. It was. I don't know why they thought that either. Or if
No,
he like,
I think the girl said it was a joke. The girl said, I can't believe people actually think we're dating.
but what was his response to that?
He didn't give it. It just says, so the entire time she thought it was a joke in ellipses.
Yeah, that's embarrassing because if he took it very seriously, like he's buying her flowers, he's taking her out, he's like doing a lot of texting and stuff like that, then yeah, that's embarrassing. But if you was kind of just playing it cool, you could kind of play it off and be like, oh yeah, I ain't take that serious either. I don't know why they would think that, but like if you was like all in, like her boyfriend, yeah. That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. I'd say that's very embarrassing.
Yeah, you got to wrap that one up.
Shady, what do you think?
That's embarrassing as well. Yo, you just went into like I don't know if that's simp level or if that's just like she's kind of taking advantage of you level, but that's
I feel demoralized if that was me. I would be very demoralized. I don't think I'd ever date again. Yeah,
nada,
never.
Yeah, and it depends on, like I said, how much he was doing for her.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a second story. So this second story is kind of crazy. The title was "I Have a Crush on My Uncle."
Wow, that's embarrassing already.
So I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna paraphrase. So until very recently, I hadn't had any contact with my mom's oldest brother since I was 12. Growing up, we spent a lot of time with him and his kids, my cousins, and got along great. They were about 400 miles from us, but they had a really interesting home, and I loved visiting. The last summer we visited them, a big family photograph was taken of everybody, but then the following years, in between parents getting divorced, my mom falling out with her father, my mom remarrying, her father's death, and a bunch of other family members moving out the country, I didn't have any contact with my uncle. He's in his late 50s now, and every time I see him, I get butterflies. And it feels like I got hit with a sledgehammer. I had a crush on him when I was younger because I started realizing when I would talk to him, I would get butterflies. Last night, I had a dream where he kissed me, and I can't get it out of my mind. If I really must admit it, then yes. In the dream, the whole forbidden thing was hella sexy. I obviously can't tell any of my friends about this, so I'm getting it off my chest here.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's crazy.
That is not embarrassing. That is incest.
They have to be from Alabama.
That is not okay.
That's crazy.
That I would not tell that story to any of my friends. I would not tell that story to anybody.
Yeah, I was reading that and I was like, wow.
I'm sorry.
You can go.
That's like the only reason I don't think it's embarrassing, just because you haven't told anyone that story, and you should probably keep it that way.
Yeah, you should probably never, ever.
Because if he found out or something like that, I would literally like disown myself from the family. I would never see them again.
Yeah, that's like one of those things where it's like you even admit something like that to your uncle. As an uncle, I wouldn't even feel comfortable hugging you anymore.
Yeah, I would not feel comfortable.
I don't want to be alone with you because it's
you
just like
you are going to stay away from me. You are not my niece.
Yeah, that's not cool. And now it's funny because there's a part of me I think I understand it. In the sense of, not that I would ever feel that way, but I do think, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe there was something about her uncle that just like gave her a safe feeling as a little girl, you know? Because I think often like women end up going with somebody similar to their dad.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, because like maybe like they felt safe. Maybe they felt like they can be themselves. Maybe they felt like they wasn't judged. Maybe they felt like, you know, whatever the case is. And then when they get that feeling from somebody else, it's just like, oh, this is a secure feeling again. This is a feeling that I used to get from somebody that loved me or really cared about me. But she just so happened to get that feeling from her uncle.
Yeah. So those are the two embarrassing story segments that I have for you.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, so I'm going to give you another one. This is my personal story. So Sierra and I had a conversation about like dating people, and I'm a virgin. Openly, like I say that on the podcast all the time. And I was like, how do you do it? Like, does someone say something? And she's like, no one says anything. And I was on a date with a girl, and I was thinking, like, what if I said, like, can we hold hands? Would that sound weird? Because she was saying you never say like I'm gonna do something, you just do it. And I was thinking, would that really sound weird if I just yelled out right now, you want to hold hands? So you know what I did? I yelled out, do you want to hold my hand? And it was the most awkward experience I've had with a girl.
Wow. but
And I just started laughing.
But what was her response?
She was like, "Never say that again."
The girls told you
she
that?
She said, "Never say that again."
I'm sorry.
I feel like she shouldn't have said that. Like she made it embarrassing. If she would have been like, "Oh yeah, of course. I'm glad you asked. I appreciate you getting my consent."
That's
really?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not awkward unless you make it awkward.
It was
like she
awkward.
wanted
It was
to make
awkward for me. I'm not gonna lie. It was awkward for me. It was a little embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie.
But see, like that's why I say it depends on like how somebody play it off. Like,
Yeah, I had a great time though.
I would have played it off. I would have been like, yeah, I'm just asking because women nowadays. I don't want to be touching, assuming just because you went on a date with me, I could just grab your hand. I would rather you let me know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if she made it like really weird, then it's like
she didn't make it really weird. But she was like, "Dude, no, stop."
But that's making it weird. I feel like that's kind of making it weird. But yeah, I would say it would be. She made it embarrassing. Yeah. I don't think asking is embarrassing though.
Really?
I don't think asking is embarrassing.
Okay, I'm glad you feel that way.
I feel like you should always get consent.
Okay.
If anything, that just sounds really cute, man.
I'm not a simp, Shady.
I'm not saying you're a simp. I'm just saying that's really cute.
Thank you.
Not a lot of people have that quality.
I had a great time.
I definitely think that's definitely her doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll tell her that.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there are some guys that are just like, go do it. You know what I mean? I've been both. I've been both the guy that would just do whatever, but then I've also been the guy where it's like I'm a very laid back person. So it's just like I don't like. I'm never gonna be the guy that's asking a girl like, "Oh, you want to come back to my place? Or
you want to kiss?"
I'm not asking you anything unless you bring it up.
Okay.
So it's just like I don't want anything to feel uncomfortable. I don't want you to feel forced. I don't want to make sometimes like you could talk yourself out of even like maybe she's thinking about it already, but because you asked, now it's just like I don't know. Yeah. So it's just like sometimes they just want it to like happen, but it's just like so it's like me. I was like I'm not gonna ask anything unless you bring it up. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Valid. Shady thought it was cute. It's interesting.
I still think it's cute.
Yeah, I think so too.
Thank you, Shady. Thank you.
I'd have appreciated you asking for my consent.
Thank you. I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman, guys. Open the door for her and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any embarrassing stories as a creator? So, I wanted to talk to you about being a creator because it is stressful being a creator. Because I'm not sure if you've ever have gone through any cancel culture, but that is a big thing a lot of people deal with now. And you say anything wrong, a lot of people are gonna, just sledgehammer you, step on you.
Embarrassing.
Or not embarrassing. Have you ever? I'll say we'll do the embarrassing one next. But I'm saying cancel culture, has it ever affected you in any way, or people going against you or hating on you because of one thing you said they took out of context?
Yeah, people have been upset when I've said things like you thought I was gonna get your podcast canceled. I could have said it. I'm not gonna say that on air.
Okay.
No.
Out of respect for embarrassing, please don't get us canceled.
No. People have like said things about different things I've said in skits or different roles that I've played in skits, whether it be like a disabled person or like.
But that's funny though.
Maybe like a special needs person, like maybe like a mentally retarded person.
You know Trey Rags?
Yeah.
Are you friends with Trey Rags?
No.
Oh, you know of him though.
Yeah.
Fun, like he reminds me of like similar kind of content.
But it's to me, here's the thing. It's like stuff like that. It's like I don't really care about it. I don't feel like I could be canceled personally because I do comedy.
Okay.
And I've told people that all the time. You can't cancel me. Like it is what it is. Because comedy is like I see it from the viewpoint of like either it's funny to you or it's not,
or you hate it.
That's just it. There's a lot of comedy and things that like people do that I just don't think is funny. Okay. But you find it funny. And I think that it's all perspective. You know what I mean? I guarantee like there's somebody that finds this dark humor or this thing that's not supposed to be funny. Because I only laugh at things that's like not supposed to be funny. Like Me the too. Things that's supposed to be funny, I'm like, that's
I've
cool.
noticed that I really, really, really love laughing at people get hurt.
Yeah.
That's the funniest
I love laughing at people when they get in trouble. People that's like that get caught doing something they're not supposed to be doing. And you like start seeing their body language like switch up or like another thing is like really funny to me is like I love awkward moments.
Oh, really?
I love awkward moments. That's why, like, when you said like about the girl, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's only awkward if she makes it awkward. Me personally, I don't make anything awkward, but I just love seeing people and people watching.
Yeah.
So it's always funny when somebody else feels like awkward about something, and it's just like, or like I've been out with people,
Yeah.
and let's say if it gets quiet, I'll just let the quiet sit.
Me too. And I'll just see like, are you gonna say something or just,
And if neither one of us say something, hey,
Y'all
I'll
are
just
evil,
I'll just
man.
go like this. I'll just get on my phone.
I honestly just start laughing, and I laugh at everything and anything, and I think I'm not sure if that's good or bad because a lot of people don't even like me because I laughed at them falling or a project they made or missing a swing at the golf course.
I think things that are not supposed to be funny
Are funny.
are the funniest
The
things.
funniest.
So it's just like cancel culture. I don't really see it that way. Also, what people have to understand is like I'm an actor, like literal actor. Like
A-lister.
this is what I do for a living every week. I
Every
act.
week.
Like I don't take my job lightly. Like I don't just do it for fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
it's a
I'm not
job.
just like throwing the camera on and being like, oh, let's just do whatever. No, like I get into character. I fully act. Like I act. So it's like if it's a special needs role, I'm gonna act the role. It's like you can't get mad. It's like you're not gonna go to the movies and say, oh, well, why is this guy acting like this? Like he's acting.
Yeah.
Like once the video goes off, I'm not sitting there still walking around like, you know, like I'm mentally ill or like mentally retarded or disabled. I'm not walking around like that. It's for a role that I'm playing in that moment. Once this video goes off, the next video is going to be something else.
Yeah.
So I don't look at it that way. I just be like, I mean, if it's not funny to you, maybe the next one will be. Maybe if the next two wasn't funny, maybe the third one will be. So I don't look at it that way. It's like, oh, cancel culture, it could cancel me. You know, you just didn't find this one funny.
Yeah.
And I don't think there should be a limit on those types of jokes and stuff like that because we joke about everything. So it's like, where do you draw the line? Once you draw the line, I feel like now everybody has a voice to be, oh, well, I'm offended by this. You can't joke about that. And then everybody has the right to do that then.
Yeah.
So it's like, where do you draw the lines? It's, you know, one of the funniest things to me is like when a white person gets really mad and then they say the N-word. Like that's one of the funny. Like, and the reason why it's so funny is because they always say it like they was waiting. Like they've been wanting to say it for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's just like the funniest thing to me because I'm like, dang, I wonder if you feel better. Like you got
feel
that.
better now?
Yeah, it's
Do you
like
really
you
feel
got
better
that like
now?
way off your chest.
You've been waiting for that one. You've
Yeah,
been
it's
plotting.
just like they had the weight of it. You could hear it in the way they said
the force.
it. Yeah, you like, man, it's just funny because it's just like, dang, you was really like waiting to get that out. But I think like stuff like that is just funny. There's like been black jokes that's funny to me, white jokes that's funny to me.
Anything that's not supposed to be funny
It's
is very
hilarious
funny.
to me. Some of them are like too raunchy, but it's just
Yeah.
like some of them are just like offensive. But
Yeah. You said that you were getting into stand-up comedy.
never do stand-up comedy.
Never do stand-up comedy.
I started watching it recently in the recent
Yeah.
years, but as far as doing it, I would never do
You'd
it.
never do it.
So I've been getting into watching it.
Yeah.
I would never consider doing it. The reason why is just because I feel like you can't put a stand-up comedian in front of a camera and tell them to do what I do. And I think you can't just put me on a stage and tell me to do what a stand-up comedian. Yeah, it's just like a battle rapper. Like, you know, like those people that just be battle rapping, they got endless bars, but it's like you put them on a beat and it's just like that ain't it. It's just like it's like
that ain't it, bro.
Yeah, it's like you got bars, but you can't make a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, but it's the same thing where you put like somebody who be going crazy on songs, you put them in a battle rap field and it's like, you ain't
shit, bro.
Yeah, this ain't your lane. So it's just like, I feel like it's just two total different lanes.
Okay.
And I'm just big on respect. I'll be like, hey man, y'all got that. I respect what they do and it's funny. And as I've been watching more, like it be funny. I be dying laughing, but I just wouldn't do it.
So you never tried just to try it?
I think I would bomb. And if I bombed, I think I would be okay with bombing. And it would be so bad that, like I said, I enjoy awkward moments. So
Yeah.
that's cool. If it gets awkward on stage and the crowd is quiet and I'm just still going, I think at some point though, it's like, all right, you got to cut the awkwardness off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never tried it. I've never been interested in trying it. I think the only times I've ever thought about it is like if I've said I'm gonna go up there and purposely just bomb and just see everybody's reaction.
Damn.
Yeah,
The dangerous game you're playing.
different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks. That is a great quote. I don't know who said it, but that's a great
I
quote.
don't know who. Somebody uncle at the family reunion or something
Probably.
like that. I don't know.
Probably someone's uncle. A white uncle.
There's always an uncle that got these sayings.
No, for real.
There's always somebody's uncle. It's never the dad or it's always
My
somebody's
grandpa's
uncle.
got a lot of sayings. My step grandpa.
Yeah, those are good. They teach you a lot of life lessons. You be
Yeah.
like, dang.
Mm.
You think about that one saying that they said like when you was like 7. You be like, dang.
It's hitting
That's
different
hidden.
at 22.
Yeah, that's hidden now. Yeah, I see what they meant when they said never step off the bed unless it's on the left side.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I don't know what that means. It might hit you in 5 years. Who knows?
What do you think that means? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. But I was ready for my next question. So, damn, you made me forget my question. I was going to talk about being a creator. How do you feel about plagiarism? A lot of creators are plagiarizing, and they're not even making it into their own style. It's literally word for word, bar for bar.
I think it's funny. I think TikTok popularized that.
Stealing?
Yes.
And
I think they normalized stealing.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because you got these things where it's like somebody has a sound and then you take the sound and then just literally do the same thing
Yeah.
to their sound. It's literally their voice. You're literally
And you're mimicking it.
their exact posture and the way things go. And then that sound is done by 50,000 other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a normal thing now. It's funny, I did like long ago when I first was getting into it. It's something that I waved a flag for, which was like, that's not cool. Like everything should be original. You shouldn't be stealing. You shouldn't be doing this and doing that. But I kind of look at it very differently now, which is just like, it's like if you wouldn't do a podcast right now if you couldn't steal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like you're
Yeah.
not the first person to do a podcast, so it's like, but you're doing it in your own way.
Yeah.
So the people that do it word for word, I don't like that.
Okay.
The people that put a little twist on it, I'm okay with that. Just because it's just like, I mean, the first person that invented everything has some kind of evolution to it. Somebody can't just have a car and be like, oh, well, nobody else can make a car again. This is how we have all these different brands, models, companies. You got a Ferrari, you got a Lamborghini, you got a Pagani, you got all of these different types of cars, but they all get you from A to B.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is somebody copying somebody or are they just doing their own rendition? I don't think anybody is owed anything because nothing is original.
Yeah.
Like everything is derived from something
Yeah.
that was done already. Even if it's like not exactly that, it was 2 pieces of this or that and then put it together and then it made this. So it's just like everything is derived of something.
For
So
sure.
I don't really look at it like as a bad thing. Like if you're gonna take it word for word, I don't think that's cool. I think you gotta put some type of twist on it. What made you want to start talking?
Start talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so I really love content creation. I love creativity. I think I'm a creative person and I have millions of ideas. And I tell people I'll probably never get into a creative slump or what do they call it?
Whatever block.
Creative block. I never ever have that because there's too many things I want to do and I'm very passionate about it. And I think that if you spend your time in creativity, you're always going to find ways to come up with new ideas.
What are those things that you're passionate about?
I just like to create. Like I like to make videos. I also like sociology. So a lot of the videos that we make are kind of based off of that and getting people's reactions to things. So I created a game at my school called Point and Shoot. I think I may or may not have told you about it. Because I used to be scared talking to girls. And my friend, like he went like this and shot at a girl. And I was making videos at the time. And I went home that day and I said, that was, like I could turn that into something like you point and you shoot at a girl. Like that might be kind of fun. So the next day I called him like, hey, like, remember that pointing thing we did the other day? Like, is it cool if we film that tomorrow? He's like, yeah, sure. So we went and we filmed me playing this game where you point and you shoot at a girl and you have to get her number. And then if you don't, you have to do a punishment. It could be 100 push-ups, a pie in the face, other person telling them what to say on the phone. And then that went super viral. And now every time I go anywhere around Orlando, people recognize me from that. Or we did a video where I pretended to be The Weeknd. Because people say I look like The Weeknd. I said, bro, we should film a video with me dressing up as The Weeknd and have 50 bodyguards. So we went from like 1 bodyguard to 10 bodyguards to 15 bodyguards in like one video.
As far as creating, like you just like to do film or just
yeah. So I was
anything?
I was acting before I was making YouTube videos. And I did a bunch of short films at Full Sail. Time Met Him. My first ever short film, I met you. Didn't like the waiting part of acting. Like I have to wait to get into a role. I gotta wait to do something. So I just want to do it. Like I like to do things. I don't want to sit around waiting all the time. And so I started making videos, and I had endless ideas of things that I wanted to do.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing as like how I am. I'm into so much. Like on my day to day, whether I'm like making music, whether I'm recording for YouTube, whether I'm recording just like personal footage like reels and stuff like that, whether I'm playing drums, whether I'm producing something, like I'm always doing something creative, and it just be so much that I'm into. So it's like if I run out of juice here, I just jump here. If I run out of juice here, I jump over here. If I run out of juice here, I jump over here. So it's just very interesting to see why somebody started creating and why they started doing something like that.
Yeah, obviously I need money too. I love the money.
Yeah,
what they say. I love the money. Gotta say what expression.
So, but you've been able to like sustain yourself. Do you create full time?
No,
you don't create full time.
I'm broke. Well, right now I'm full time, but I'm broke.
Broke financially.
Yeah, I'm broke financially.
Yeah,
not mentally.
That's what they always say. But no, that's cool that you're able to create like, and do all of these different things and stuff like that. And like I said, don't never minimize the time you putting in, because like
never.
It could be any minute. Like you just never know. I remember like when I was starting and I was shooting and stuff like that, and I was doing so many videos, nothing was hitting, or maybe it was hitting, but it didn't mean anything or anything like that. And even in like the 10th grade, 11th grade, I'm creating. 12th grade of high school, I'm creating. I had like a half a day at school, and the other half of the day I would be working at Target. I was a cashier, and some of my videos was going viral even then, and I was not getting paid. I was not getting like anything to sustain me. And I remember I would be ringing items up. There would be people like behind different places in the store, like yo, this is the guy, blah 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 blah, taking pictures of me, sneak recording me. I would have managers like, what is going on? And I was like, nothing. I just do little video things on the side, but it was always in my mind, and I'm like, I just want to be able to afford to do this full time. I was only making like $200 every 2 weeks working at Target, so I could only afford like my haircut, phone bill, stuff like that. But I just quit, went full time, and I was just broke for a little bit, and then still creating, and none of the videos was hidden, but I did not know how to monetize and like get some type of income. But I said it to say that you just never know when it can happen, because it happened one time and then it never stopped from there. So it's like it could just happen at any moment where something just click and it just hit. But you have to just keep going. And like I've talked to a lot of people that would be like, yo, I want followers, I want shout outs, I want followers, I want this, I want that. And I say that doesn't matter if you get 100 million followers and then they come and they have nothing to watch.
Yeah.
They have nothing to enjoy.
Yeah,
so
nothing
it's like you have to have the content first.
Yeah.
You have to just put it out, because then when they come, they're like, oh dang, this dude is dope. Let me go see what he's been doing. And you have everything there to back it up, and they're like, I can't believe I'm just finding this guy. It can't just be the first thing you want to pop. So I just say like just keep going, and like I said, you just never know when it's gonna hit.
That's your advice to me?
That's my advice to you. That's my advice
going.
to like any creator. Just keep going. It could be this week. It could be next week. It could be next month, next year. But you just gotta look at it like it could happen on the next video. It could happen on any one. The next beat, the next picture you take. You just never know. Mm-hmm. Same thing has happened with like videographers that used to be my videographers and stuff like that. And I watched them come up and grind, and then like stuff went viral for them. It's a group, True North Pictures, and they used to shoot my videos and stuff like that. But they started getting into their own thing as I moved from Maryland and stuff like that. But yeah, so they're grinding, and he started a TikTok, failed, started it again, failed, started it again, and then this is the one that blew up. So it's just like you just never know, and you just gotta keep grinding. Like you just gotta keep going.
Mm-hmm. What are some some ways that I could monetize. What do you think I could do better on here, or just in general? Maybe we could do it off camera, but
No, I would say like for you, for anybody, like YouTube is like really
the GOAT.
YouTube is really the GOAT as far as like how they pay and things like that, the reliability. I would say, and you do long form content, so
Yeah.
excuse me. I feel like that's really good, easy to monetize. Once you get over those, what is it? They call it little milestones, like I think like 4,000 watch time hours,
Yeah.
and certain things like that. Once you get over that, you just keep going, and
Gotta
you
keep
just
going because I am monetized on YouTube.
So yeah, you
I
there.
don't make any money though.
But you there. If you just keep promoting and,
Yeah.
and just keep on going, like just keep going, because every video matters. I still get paid from videos I did 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's just like you might think like it may mean nothing right now, but whenever it does start hitting, they'll want to go all the way back to the beginning and just start watching stuff and be like, dang, I want to see like when he started. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
like, you just never know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn, I appreciate it.
of course.
I appreciate it. All right, we got to do this. Is the last thing. This is just like the random talks. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but we just talk about random things. I actually wanted to ask you about like Atlanta. Like, how'd that happen? You met Donald Glover?
Yeah, so
Is he cool?
He's super cool.
He
He's
seems
super,
pretty
super
cool.
genuine. One of the more genuine people I've met in the industry. That happened because I did a skit, a transracial skit,
Yeah.
where I like painted my face white, and that skit went viral. And then he saw that skit, so he told me actually he saw that skit.
Oh, like you got a DM from Donald Glover, like, yo, bro, your content's fire.
No. So I got an email that just from the company in general, and that was just like, we want to fly you out to do an episode of Atlanta and blah blah blah. So I went out there to Atlanta, and then I sat with him, and then that's when we spoke and stuff like that. And then we just shot it from there. And then he ended up telling me like how he ended up like finding out about me and everything like that. And that episode that I did, that was Emmy that won an Emmy. It was actually based on a skit that I did. So he just wanted me to be a part of that that experience, which is a great experience, and that was one of the best experiences ever. And then from there, he was just, like I said, he's just super genuine. He invited me to come back and write for the second season. So
That's fire.
we ended up doing that in California. So that was like really cool. But it all stemmed off of like the skits that I did.
Yeah.
So this is why it's funny, because I always say like my YouTube channel is like my biggest flex, because it's brought me so many opportunities and just different connections.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok.
Really?
I don't really be on TikTok.
So you don't post any of your content on TikTok?
Nah.
Wow.
I don't post any of my content on Instagram either.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, so I don't post it. All my content is on YouTube or Facebook. Those are the two platforms I get paid to post from. So it's like I try to
Not
keep
Snapchat?
it.
Snapchat will pay you a bag. I've been hearing about that. I'm not sure if it's true.
I don't be on Snapchat either. I haven't been on Snapchat in years because they like stole something from me.
Damn.
Yeah, they like stole something from me and then didn't credit me and all of that. And I had a beef with them ever since. And I'm glad after that they kind of like died down. But no, I don't. I post all my content where I get paid. So it's funny because some people be like, "Yo, I don't know if you still do this." And I'll be like, everything is on YouTube.
Everything's on YouTube.
Everything is on YouTube. I'm dropping every week, all the time. Everything is on YouTube. It's on Facebook. Just those two platforms. But yeah, no, I try to keep. I wanted to have some type of separation of personal and like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like all of that other stuff.
Yeah, I don't. I just post everything everywhere. all at
Yeah,
once.
just because it's just like, especially like with comedy skits, it's like I don't want somebody to think that it's like, people are more than one dimensional. So it's just like you got different moods, different feelings, this and that. So it's like everything I post, I don't want it to be funny. So it's like you get the funny in this place. If you want to laugh, you're not gonna get anything serious here, anything like personal or this or that. You're just gonna get funny on YouTube. If you want to laugh, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
But then if you come to my Instagram page, you might get something like this. You might get, what was my fit for the day? You might get like one of the reels that I shoot, which is just like cinematic things and stuff like that. So you might get like that type of stuff, more introspective, like stuff like that. But just the separation, showing like, give myself some kind of duality where I can show different sides of me and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna see who's gonna laugh first.
Here's a question for both of you.
What's up?
Right. So y'all have been doing content for a little period of time.
2 years.
2 years. You've been doing it for 10 plus. So I guess my question is, from like that point to certain milestones. Wait, what?
Nothing.
15 plus.
All right. From the place where you started to certain milestones to now, how would you say you've evolved as content creators, and what kind of content creator would you say you are then versus before?
I can start. I started off making vlogs. I was vlogging. I like the vlog style element. So right now I turn vlogs into concepts. So we vlog, but we turn it into a concept. So we vlog, but we're doing a 10 versus 10 dating video, but it's a vlog. So that's how the videos have evolved now. Your turn.
I would say the way I evolved, I used to be very like just guerrilla style. Like just like, yeah, like I got my phone and I'm just like, yo, I got this idea, let's shoot it right now. Mm-hmm. I'm not like that at all no more. Like I'm much more like planned out, like just thought out like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this day, I'm not gonna shoot this day, I'm not gonna shoot the next 3, I'm gonna shoot this, I'm gonna shoot 3 videos in this day.
Yeah,
I gotta like kind of schedule like my week out and just see where I could get things done. So I'm a little bit more just like planned out and not just so free in the sense of just like literally like, oh, get my camera and shoot. So I would say that, but pretty much I feel like I'm the same kind of creator.
Yeah, I think I'm the same person. I just, you learn more over time.
I don't know. You might have changed with that blue check. Nah,
I don't know about that one.
Your family treating you start treating you a little different with that blue check. I would just say, man, I appreciate you for having me on. Everybody out there, y'all just keep creating, y'all keep going. Don't give up on yourself, and don't waste your time. If you're not gonna make it through, just quit now. But if you feel like there's something in you that could push through, tap into that and just keep going. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it.
This was a great episode of Embarrassing. Very we usually do like comedy straight through, but it was very inspiring because you are probably someone who a lot of people want to be like in terms of, I want to make it, I want to do full time.
Yeah.
So it's great to hear your perspective on that.
Yeah, I hope that there could be a lot of full time. I love when somebody like, I was talking to somebody recently. He's a full time creator now, and he just tells me how much of a difference it is. Like for him, like to just wake up and just create. Yeah, so it's a beautiful feeling. I hope more people get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah,
and Sierra will get there. Hopefully, she'll be here next time with you.
Yeah,
she was a little upset, but we love you, Sierra. You'll be here next time. You're gonna come. You have to come back on with her.
I'll come back on.
Say no more.
I'll come back on.
Niles, it's been a great time. Thank you guys for watching Embarrassing. Make sure to follow Niles everywhere, especially YouTube and Facebook at Retrospetro.
Nilesy Niles, NILESEYYNILES. I'm dropping on there all the time, every week, multiple times a week. If you want to laugh, go there. It's so much content for you to binge watch.
Yeah, you can probably watch it for a month. And
literally.
I'd say 2 months.
I got a lot of it. I got over 400 videos.
You think it's over 2 months of like watching straight?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna estimate like 3 months. Okay.
Like go binge watch, just have a great time. I got playlists set up. If you want to go to comedy videos, you can just literally click it and just let it run. People put it in there, just play it for like background noise when you're doing homework.
Run up the revenue.
Yeah, man. Hey.
But thank you guys for watching. Your boy's out of here. Thank you guys for watching Embarrassing. Deuces. Damn.
And we were cutting.
Yes, sir. I love that.
Yeah, that was fire.